Welcome back, passive income investors. It's miserable outside. It's cold. I'm in Canada. It sucks, but I got some news that made my day, and it might make yours as well. And we're going to break down this epic crash that is going on with GameStop at a quick glance today, guys. So let's jump right into it. So guys, I want to break down this company's financials and what's going on here and why this company's almost paying out a whopping 15% dividend yield. And it came on my radar. And if you don't know what GameStop is, first of all, guys, video game store, buy used games, new games. They have forums, all kinds of weird, interesting things that have to do with video games, if that interests you. Mind you, I've never actually been in one of these stores, but I have seen them. So let's just get into why I wanted to talk about this, and it has everything to do with this video right here. I always talk about basically just looking at reviews of people that work for these companies and getting an understanding of how they felt, how they were treated, and it'll give you a good understanding of the vibes that this company brings when they're training their employees. And here's one of the employees. I'm not going to show you the whole video, but I'll show you a quick clip.
See, I had trouble recommending used games to people, especially people who came in looking for a new game specifically. It just wasn't me anymore. I was just like, whatever. Like, you want a new game, I'm going to sell you a new game. That's what you want. Of course it's what you want. That makes sense. But then I started to realize that GameStop's return policy essentially opened them up to be used. Like, it was like a library. When I was there, you had 14 days after buying a used game to get your money back, no questions asked, right? 14 days. Open box, get your money back. I think today, this still works, by the way. Today it's 7 days, I believe, you have to return a used game to get all of your money back. 7 days. Regardless, people will come in and say, hey man, can I get a new copy of GTA 5?
All right, guys, I don't want to rip him off too much here, but he goes into a story about how one of his friends tried to rob a GameStop. Really interesting story. Check out this guy's channel. Can't exactly read what that says. Clean Prince Gaming. You can check the video. It's called Ripping Off GameStop is Easy. And this guy really breaks down some of like the core values and how these companies were being trained and employed. And it's not something you want to hear owning a stock like this, guys. It's a terrifying thing to hear these kind of stories come out of the employees. So definitely check that out. But let's get into it, guys. We'll start with the overview on my trading platform here. Again, paying out a 14.5% dividend yield, a $1.1 billion market cap, but 101 million shares outstanding. The chart is disastrous over the last 5 years or so. So let's just get into the fundamentals. Might learn a little bit here. Hopefully they have most of the information posted. Looks like we have negative profit margins, so clearly there's something going on with this company because we don't have a book value or anything on it, which means it's not a profitable company right now, which isn't a good thing you want to see for a company paying out a 15% dividend yield. So let's just get into I just want to see the cash flow before we break down the income or the balance sheet. But oh, wow. That's scary. I don't think I've ever seen a balance sheet like this going from 400 million, 300 million to 34 million. Damn, what a drop. Something weird's going on here, guys. We're going to have to do a little bit more research into this. Let's just take a look at their balance sheet real quick and see what's going on here. So we have total current assets of about apparently 2.5 billion as of 2018. Our total assets of roughly about 5 billion said and done. So we got total assets of roughly about $5 billion there, and we're looking at total current liabilities. Where's the total liabilities of 2.8 billion? So about what is that number there? So they got about 2 billion in cash. They liquidated everything, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's something really fishy going on here with this balance sheet, especially when they were losing money. So let's just take a look into some of the finer details. I'll start with what I hate about this company with a passion, and that is their investor relation page, because if you look up GameStop, this is the page you're likely to find. And on this page, there's zero linkage that I can find anyways at a glance that has to do with the investors, guys. So this is really annoying in the first place because this was the first thing I ran into anyways, trying to look up their books. But I ended up finding it just by Googling, GameStop investor relations, and this little page popped up here. Now, let me talk about, first of all, how much I absolutely hate their investor relation page. This is a horribly managed page, guys. And what I mean by that is just there's no simplicity to it, I'm going to say, and you'll find that as we go on. But just take a look at what we have up here, okay? So we got about GameStop, and then boom, oh my God, all this stuff pops up, guys. Nothing to do with their books. We just have our history, the leaders, innovation, core values, corporate culture. It's like at least core values and corporate culture could be mashed into one, along with social responsibility. Like, why are these so many separate pages? The leaders, our history, like there's just a lot. Maybe we'll look into one of these. Now, look, maybe our history. I'm just going to scroll through this real quick. Okay, the history page looks interesting. This looks clean, except for some reason. Whoa. What? Oh, yeah, there's a little bar. Ha! I'm silly. Sorry, guys. I was like, what is happening there? So we kind of got the history here. I'm not going to read through too much of this. GameStop, up Barnes. Not a whole lot going on. I don't want to read through all of this. You guys can take a quick deep dive if you want. I'm just scrolling through it because I haven't yet, so sorry if this part's a little boring. But, let's just dive into the gusto, the good stuff, guys. But generally about GameStop, they're operating in modern than about 5,800 stores in 14 countries across Europe, Canada, Australia, United States. Sounds kind of appealing in that aspect until you see their books for somehow their cash flows dropped off the rails, and I wonder why. I just don't get why there's so much going on that's just not proper. Like, you could just do one page really, really nice and jam social responsibility, core values, and corporate culture all into one. Like, that would have been way better. So if we go into the actual investor relations, you dig all the way to the bottom and you find your financial information, guys. We can simply hop into some of the SEC filings, and this is just a bloody disaster of paperwork. I don't know who came up with this, but man, someone should just offer to redo their website. So when I scroll through here, guys, there's no immediate attention to anything other than like these crazy amount of filings they've been through, like report of unscheduled material events, corporate event, because that's what I'm looking for, the reports that have to do the information. And I had to dig through a few pages just to find like a 10Q and just anything that I could actually get away with like understanding. And it's just super annoying because then you open up this page and this page is just like so obliterately hard to understand, and you're clicking on some of these random reports and most of them just come up, oh look, an annual base salary of $1.1 million. And I'm like, what? Like, who's paying themselves $1 million on a company that's done nothing for shareholders except give them a false hope with a high dividend? Because I mean, if you purchase this anytime within the last 5 years, like, your dividend's not making up your losses here, guys. I hate it so much. I hate companies where they're like, let's pay them $1 million. It's like, how about we pay you like a decent salary for what you're doing, like a couple $100,000 maybe at most, and then you'll get a bonus of $500,000 if you bring the company back and do something for shareholders. Because 5 years of a disastrous chart, guys, does not deserve $1 million wage. I'm sorry. Shareholders come first, and honestly, if you can't bring the value back, why should you be guaranteed value in return? It's honestly a little bit annoying when I see stuff like that, but you guys can dive deeper into some of this. I just can't stand how this pages are laid out. So when we get into this page here, though, the one that I've been looking for, which is a 10Q, again, we see all the similar stuff that we saw on the website on Scotiabank, so at least the information is somewhat accurate, because here again, we got total assets are a little different. Is it not lining up? One sec here. We got total at all. But again, we're going to look at like their long-term liabilities and debts are pretty high at 2.5 billion. It's pretty high. Total liabilities, 3 billion. Again, I don't know what the variable rates or how these are dispersed out. They're probably dispersed out, obviously, in real estate. I really despise their setup, how hard their books are to find, and just the silliness of it all, which is a good red flag for how a company is ran, especially a company, where was I reading? It's our vision to use gaming, technology, and geek fanaticism for the power of good. Yeah, paying yourself $1 million salary by supporting key nonprofit partners that passionately improve youth well-being. Oh my God. This is just ridiculous, guys. Where am I? Oh, social responsibility. Okay, sorry. Relations, newsroom, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing. We are family of preferred destinations for gaming, collectibles, and customer electronics. Okay, so again, about GameStop, our history. I don't want to go through history. You know what? Maybe we'll just. Is the history going to show anything? Core values? Can we skip all the way to today and see something? 2016 is as far as your history goes. It's 2019. So your app's like, no updating. Here's the guys. I don't want to look at your faces because you guys are all making more than any of the investors have been. Corporate fact sheet, GameStop, a Fortune 400 and S&P 500 company. Isn't it Fortune 500? Oh, okay, whatever. Is a global family of special retail brands that make the most popular technologies affordable. What your technology? What? Okay, sorry guys. I might be just thrown off. Let me know in the comment section below, real quick, if am I just being a douche here, or am I just stuttered by, trying to figure out what this company's plans are, their expansions, like how they're going to help out this horrible stock price. I know when I went into the newsroom here, the only thing I noticed was they wanted to do GameStop declares quarterly cash dividend, announces intend to retire 2019 notes and approves a new $300 million share purchase authorization. Sounds like they want to do a share buyback to try and give back to shareholders, but buddy, I don't care about share buybacks if you can't run a successful GameStop store. I mean, you have, there's just nothing easy here to see, exactly what we're selling. How does this culture work? And all it is this here by the seams of it. And let's take a look at the actual website, because the investor relation page is a disaster, which says a lot about how this is probably going to be ran. Let me know, do you guys use GameStop at all? Are you on here? Am I just being too harsh? I'm really curious. Let's see the reviews here real quick. That'll be interesting. These just reviews of games. I would take it. I would love to see the reviews of your store. We could probably look into that in a sec. What do we got? The Last Black Man in San Francisco official HD trailer. Is that a game? Okay, we have to watch this trailer. I'm sorry. What? The Last Black Man in... All right, what is this? Oh, it's an ad. Wait. Why did it say ad in 3, 2, 1?
Dredge these canals in the San Francisco they never knew existed. This is our home. You two stick together.
I always come back to the old house.
All right, guys, I'm confused. I'm so utterly confused. Is this a video game website? What's going on here? I'm sorry. Where am I? I'm so lost. I'm so lost, guys. What is happening? What is happening? What did I click on? Videos? Is this just an ad video on the website? Is that why it meant ad in 3, 2, 1? This isn't even a video game. I'm sorry, guys. I probably sound like a complete idiot here. I have no idea what's going on. They do entertainment stuff too. Are they promoting videos for what is happening? Okay, anyways. Let's move on from that and see what happens if we just Google GameStop reviews. GameStop reviews. Them reviews, guys. Let's take a look. Whoa. Nothing like seeing 396 reviews with a 1.1 star rating, guys. This is stuff I've never looked at before, and this is kind of making my evening. I'm sorry. I love battering into shitty companies. I'm sorry. Wow. 1 star review. Let's read some of these. I got a 2-disc game with a 1-disc case. Now, I totally get that I'm buying used, but come on. At least send me a third-party case or a broken case so I can protect the disc. Let's just scroll through and see what else is down here. I don't want to read anything too long. I purchased PS4 for my son on Black Friday 2018. I received an additional accessories. I ordered a controller, game, charging case, download, online card, insurance. It all arrived except the PS4. I started calling 2 weeks before Christmas, told to give it a week. They will get in touch with UPS. First of all, I emailed multiple times, no answer. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. Should we just take a moment of silence for a company that may likely go into the trash as video games become streaming services, and people just aren't going to be going to stores to deal with video games anymore, and Google takes over along with Microsoft. And I wish we need to play some sad music here, guys. I've never had this before. We need some sad music. Sad music. What did Google bring or YouTube bring me for an hour? Now let's just get some sad piano music and give it a moment to rest GameStop. A wonderful farewell. Advertising stuff that just I don't understand what their deal is for a game company. GameStop, I've never used your store, and I'm so terribly unannounced to be so judgmental on you, but I've never seen such a confusing, horrible investor relation page as you offer a whopping 12% dividend yield, but a 15% dividend yield, and you just keep taking it all away from shareholders while you pay yourselves millions of dollars, just crazy amounts of money, while we sit here and cry as you give us morsels and take much. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was completely off of the moment, spur of the moment. I've never looked into GameStop, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Sounds like a dividend trap to me, so stay cool, stay awesome, guys. Something different today. Peace, y'all.